I've decided to do some health tests. So I'm on my way for a checkup. A look under the bonnet, if you like. Hey, Brendan.
Hey, Liz.
Nice to meet you.
Lovely to meet you too.
That means we're going more than skin deep. One test of particular interest is the DEXA scan that measures bone density.
So there's nothing there that's outside of what we would consider normal range healthy. So go, 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 go. Squeeze nice and hard. 5,
And a grip
4,
test to
3,
see if I
2,
can
up,
still
up,
carry the shopping.
And release.
Oh. And both results take me to my next stop. A rather unassuming suburban building where inside lives are being dramatically changed, and hopefully mine too. I'm in Brisbane, and this place is a great example of what happens when you get funding and a strong focus on women's health. It's where Dr. Belinda Beck is conducting groundbreaking research into bones.
I think the assumption is that once you are old, you're really just patching things up.
Dr. Beck is tackling osteoporosis, a disease affecting an estimated 1.2 million Australians. Another 6.3 million are living with low bone density. And if you're wondering, this is what osteoporosis looks like. It's the reason for more than 100,000 hospital admissions each year.
So this is a chunk of what would be nice healthy bone, whereas this is an osteoporotic bone where the struts and beams are very much thinned so that they are much more easy to break.
It is something that is the specialty of the ageing. Me?
Yeah.
Is that where we find ourselves with age?
Yeah, look, I don't want to say osteoporosis is inevitable because it's not, but it certainly is associated with ageing because I believe we become more sedentary as we get older and we stop doing the kinds of things that bone responds best to.
But osteoporosis doesn't just come for the sedentary. Sharon Gillard always considered herself pretty fit, a long-distance cyclist who spent years on the road. When did you realise that you had osteoporosis?
I went to my GP, who was a new GP, and she asked me if I'd ever had a bone scan, and I said no. And it was 2020 during COVID, and wasn't expecting to get bad news. And when she was telling me about the results over the phone, it was very devastating. When I was trying to find out more about it on the internet, it was very confusing. There was sort of lots of contradictory information. It was very pessimistic, most of it. Most of it said at best you could only improve your bone density very slightly.
Yeah, certainly no cure.
No.
Sharon didn't know that cycling, like swimming and walking, are great exercise, but critically, they don't build bones. To see if she could maybe remedy her bone loss, she volunteered to be part of Professor Beck's research. Along with the other recruits, her bones were scanned before beginning a carefully supervised weight-loading program.
We started them very gradually. We introduced it at a level that people were able to handle. We increased the weight slowly. But you know what? We were so conservative to begin with, and after a while, our participants were just saying, this is too light. Let's just get stuck in, and we did.
This is my fight song. Take back my life song. Prove I'm alright.
When it came time to measure the bone, were you a little nervous?
I was. It was one of those, I remember where I was, experiences. It was a Saturday and my PhD student had just done the scanning on his first participant who had finished their 8-month intervention. And he called me and said, this person's just gained 9% at the spine. And I said, that's just not true. That doesn't happen. I don't believe it. And he said, well, come and have a look. We see what you get. I analysed that scan again, and sure enough, She'd grown 9% at the spine, and that is pretty unheard of from an exercise study and blew me away. But obviously you can take the smile off my face.
In essence, you're telling me we can grow bone.
Yeah, we can.
Sharon's bone growth surged beyond expectations, with results improving at every stage of the trial.
I've been coming for 4 years now, and I've had annual scans here. And I've had dramatic reversal of the bone loss. I've been improving my bone density by over 9% some years.
Could you believe that?
It was better than my wildest expectations.
And that must make you feel amazing.
Well, I'm just so relieved, actually. It's given me hope to keep improving even further. I've gone from being devastated and quite scared about what my future might be to being very positive and hopeful that I can just keep improving my bone strength each year throughout the rest of my life.
We know that swimming and walking and yoga, for example, don't produce the same results. You don't want them to stop doing that necessarily.
No. I think what I'd like people to do is think differently about their exercise priority. In the course of a week, you've got 7 days. Bone doesn't need a lot of strain at one time. Twice a week, 30 minutes.
Twice a week and 30 minutes.
30 minutes each time. That leaves you 5 days a week to do all your aerobic exercise, and I 100% think you should be doing it, and that could include walking and swimming and cycling and hiking and yoga and all of those things that don't grow bone, but they are absolutely fabulous for your heart, your metabolism and your mental health.
Number one rule, you don't want, I'm presuming, people like me just randomly going out picking up some weights.
Yeah, that's right. You don't want to be doing this lifting without somebody who knows how to supervise and take care of you. So it's absolutely a supervised program.
But I would recommend to all people, and especially women in their 30s and 40s, to do this. I wish I'd known about this when I was much younger. I would have been doing it through my 30s and 40s just to build up bone in the bank, as Belinda says, and I wouldn't be trying to catch up at a later stage in life where it's a bit harder to do it when you're working from a deficit.
Belinda's research is seeing women of all ages across Australia lifting weights, and I've joined them. She's developed a specific exercise program to build bones, small classes conducted by trained and accredited supervisors.
It is never too late. We've got people in their 90s here, and they're absolutely blowing it out of the water.
I almost personally want to thank you. I am your quintessential patient. You know, I'm right there in the heartland.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm a bit blessed to be finding this out, although a little out of sorts that I'm finding it out at a late stage of my life. But at least I'm finding out.
You are, and you're a spring chicken. You've got so many years ahead of you.
Up next, the test that changed the way Liz thought